Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. It's Snoresby back here with another episode of Sky Factory 2. Just before we get into it, I'd like to say huge thanks to everyone who commented on the last video. Welcome me back to the interwebs and back to YouTube. It's great feeling knowing that you guys are still keen to watch the videos. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the first one, and without further ado, I guess we should get into the next episode. So, where we left off from last episode, we started infesting this first tree here with a silkworm, and you can see I'm chopping down the last bits of it, getting as much string as possible. Now, I said you can make a bed with this string by crafting wool, which you can do, but one of the first things you're going to want to do to progress here is make yourself an oak sieve, which is going to allow you to sift a whole heap of dirt, dust, all sorts of materials. You'll see that here before long, but you can see I've made one for myself here. Just placing it into the world like so. So, I guess we can tick a few more achievements off here. Let's infest the leaves with a silkworm and use a crook to do all that and then craft a sieve. So, plenty of achievements getting knocked off. So, I'm slowly making myself some more dirt here as usual. And the first thing you want to do with this dirt now that you've got this sieve is to sift it. And you'll see you'll get yourself these stones from Electro-Light, along with a few other things, like particularly seeds and a few other different bits and bobs you'll see throughout the series. So you grab those seeds, get 4 of them, put them in a square, and you get your first bit of cobblestone. So there you go. So at this stage, I'm slowly getting more dirt, getting more stones, sifting it out, and I thought, while I'm waiting for the trees to grow, may as well start making ourselves a bit of a platform here to start making our mob spawner. So, although I don't have much wood at the moment, I'm slowly building it out here, getting it started. We won't actually get too much into it this episode. That'll be next episode, I think, or maybe the one after. I can't remember. Yeah, we are slowly starting to build it. I've sped it up a fair bit because, well, building in a short video is going to take a lot of time. Let me know if you like the sped up stuff, guys, in the comments down below. But with the specifics on how to build the mob spawner to actually make it work, we'll go into that a little bit more deeper in the next episode or so. So, you can see here, I commented last episode that it's important to get your oak barrels as soon as possible so they start filling up when it rains for the first time. And this is when it started raining for the first time in my world here. So, I nubbed it up here as I'm trying to make dirt. I'm trying to break and replace these barrels, but you can see I put something over the top of it and it stops the rain from going in. So, what I did when I got my first 6 cobblestone here is make myself a whole heap of slabs, and that is going to allow us to create ourselves a slab furnace. Now, this thing is going to allow us to cook up a heap of our wood to get charcoal and amongst a few other things here. So that's what I went for first. You can do this in a different sort of order, but that is what I went with first. So, ticking off more achievements, craft cobblestone from the stones and the dirt. And this leads to making ourselves our first hammer. Now, this is going to allow us to break down cobblestone. Is it going to do it here in the video? Yes, it is indeed. So you use the hammer from Electro-Light on the dirt, you get gravel. Use it on gravel, you get yourself sand, and then you use it on sand to get yourself some dust. So we're going to need to get those things. All of those 3 things can be sifted in the sift to get different materials. But you can see there I right-clicked it on a barrel full of water, and that got ourselves clay. That was dust. I right-clicked on the barrel there. And you use the clay to get yourself an unfired bucket, clay bucket. So to use this, you have to chuck it in a furnace and cook it up to get it to be a fired bucket, and that allows you to use it. That allows you to transport water around very nicely. As you can see here, I think I'm going to build myself an infinite water source. Yes, I am indeed. So once the barrels are full, you can right-click on them with the bucket to get yourself an infinite water source, like so. You can also move lava around with it. But you only get 1 use, and the bucket gets used up once you've moved the lava for the first time, which we'll get to in an episode or two's time. So, right now we're starting with getting our Tinker's Construct tools. So I'm going to make myself a stencil table, a tool bench, can't exactly remember, we'll see here, a tool station and a part builder. That's what we're going to be getting ourselves. Not too difficult, I just need a little bit of wood here. And we're going to make ourselves our first axe, so we can stop punching these trees with our fists and actually chop it down with something that's a little bit more useful. So yeah, that is what we're working on here. I'm going to turn them into the half slabs. You can do that by just chucking it in a crafting grid, and it turns it into the half slab equivalent to put them in the flush with the floor like everything else here. Look at making it a little bit more nicer to look at, even though in the next few episodes we will be making this whole place look a lot nicer. So as you can see here, I'm slowly getting through our gravel, turning it into, well, turning cobblestone into gravel with a hammer, and I'm sifting this mainly to get flint. You can't actually get flint from placing gravel on the ground and breaking it again. You actually have to use Ex Nihilo to get that in the sieve. But we're going to make ourselves our 2 templates here. As you can see, chuck a few stencils in the stencil table, get the appropriate stencils made, and then put the stencils into the other table there, get yourselves the right components, and start putting them together in the tool station. We got ourselves our first flint axe, which is awesome. So this thing chops down trees a bit quicker. You can actually use this with Vein Miner if you've got it installed. So yeah, we started expanding the platform here now that I've got a bit more wood, and I unfortunately tried to get a bit fancy with it and chucked ourselves off the edge. So our nicely made flint axe is no more. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. If you've enjoyed the episode, guys, make sure you leave a like down below, and if you're new to the community here, make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with this series. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it so far. I'm having a great time. This has been Snoresby. Thank you guys a heap for watching. I will catch you all in the next one.